But yeah, just sensational. 7 million. There we go. We broke 7 mil. Zoe, max damage, 8 million. Now, obviously, that's max damage solo. In Kaisho. Sony. Bean. I haven't thought this through. I don't know where I was going to go from there. As you can see by the character I'm playing, we are doing a Hange Zoe build. Yeah, let's get into it. By the way, see this bed? I would clean it up, but it's not mine anymore. Right, so I have a brother. Alright, you know, story times for later in the video. Let's do the build. Here we are, right? In AOTR, 300 spins. Ooh, it's not even times for family. Anyways, Zoe, we're doing a Zoe build. First, we're gonna do a solo, and then we're gonna do testing out the max damage with just a bunch of buffers in the game. You know, the solo version, that's gonna be what you guys can be using supposedly. It would be pretty nice if you get a duo too, like a Rice, Fritz, maybe Helos, but for this build, it doesn't actually make much of a difference because we're not shifting. We can't shift. So here are the stats. Last stand skill, pretty good for this build. You know, pretty good, man. Pretty good. Cold boost, yeah. Control, yeah. 15% damage for an epic family. Sensational. Speed, yeah. Stats equipped. I don't want to roll that. Alright, so here we are. Is this recording? Yes. Here we are. Am I window? Oh, wait, my window's open. Whatever. So, yeah, let's begin on the build. First thing, spears or blades. It actually doesn't matter. It makes no difference whatsoever. I'm gonna use spears because I think Hanji would have liked that, you know. Now, last stand. Sacrifice 20% of your current health for 40 seconds. Ignore injuries. Gain damage, burn damage, thunder spear speed, and damage reduction. Be prepared to meet your injuries if injuries. Be prepared to meet your fate if injuries persist after 30 seconds. Now, I have an idea. Yes. You might as well call me the mad scientist Hanji Zoe. I have an idea. See with this, right? The main problem with Zoe builds, not that anyone's really made a Zoe build, but the main problem with Zoe is the fact that if injuries persist, you die. Like, you just die. So, what if we don't get injuries? Now, I'd be thinking, David, you're gonna use the invincible perk, but this isn't a Fritz build. You only have 1 defense slot. You're losing out on adaptation. Adaptation is an S tier perk, let me tell you. But invincible. Alright. Go back to skill tree. You guys have probably forgotten by now, but on the skill tree there's a health side. On the health side there is a skill, a passive skill. Adrenaline. Right? Ignore up to any 2 injuries. This is free money right here. This is free eats. Alright? This is like sensational. Sensational. Absolutely. So for our Zoe build, yeah, reset skill tree. Last stand, put in a slot. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna put in 5, I guess. And we're going on right side of damage. I don't think I've ever seen anyone go on this path. What else does it even give us? Emergency relocation. I mean, I guess it's all just buns, you know. Sacrifice health, healing 1 injury. Increase in crit chance by 40. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get back to that. Okay. So for the damage side, that could work. Okay. For the damage side, we're going damage. Yeah. Support side, we're going skill cooldown reduction side. Taking order rage. I want to speed by this so I can get back to what I think I just figured out. Black flare, red flare, order rage, and skills. I'll take like double shot. Okay, we'll think about that soon. Now, so do perks. Yeah, let me do perks. So no, I'll do perks last. Artifacts, feathered bicorn, thunder spear damage. You should use crit damage. I just don't have it, so yeah. Oh, you know what? I did waves recently, so yeah, I can buy a bicorn right now. Is this better recording? Cool. Let's see if I can get crit chance, crit damage even. I saw it said good stat. I see crit damage and it's -12, bro. On the bottom too. It got me so hyped. No shot, you just did that again, bro. I don't want to talk about it. So we're gonna use damage. If you can use or get crit damage. Scorch Cloak will actually be good with crit damage. Try get more crit damage than 12, but it's the most I can do. And now, memories. You don't want Gem Fiend, believe it or not. For spheres, Supernova and After Images would be really good. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them. Fury Forge is actually going to be good too. So slap that on. So looking at our roster here, right? Where's my back button? Alright, so you're gonna have Fury Forge, Tactician, ideally Supernova, depending on the raid, Quake Strike. If you're doing a raid with not many other titans, I would just use After Images. If you're doing a raid with a lot of other titans, then I'd use After Images instead of Apotheosis. And I keep Quake Strike, but it just depends on what raid you're doing. Titan, it doesn't matter. I really want to get Supernova because I've been doing so many Thunder Spear builds, I just haven't had it. 0 scrolls, by the way. Talking about I want to get Supernova. How many should I buy? I'll buy 17 to get Pity. Why do you need to look at the GM amount before I bought that? Alright. So I'm not rolling off. This is like such a side quest. Sensational. Now, Supernova. Let me explain what this does. Wow, that's bliss. That's absolute bliss right there. Let me get the gambler back since I'm doing the video. In your case, I would swap Quake Strike or Fury Forge. Wow, that's oh yeah. Yeah, so in your case, you'd want After Images instead of Apotheosis. Ideally. Yeah. Now let's see what Supernova does. They changed this before. It used to be called Marksman. Increase damage by 25%, but for every 100 meters away, lose 2.5% Thunder Spear damage. So basically, if I'm 1,000 meters away from my target, I deal regular damage. The closer I am in 100 meter increments, the more damage I do and it goes up by 2.5%. Yeah, that was such a botched explanation. Let's get to the perks now. Support, front. Y'all should just know this by now. Core, Flame Rhapsody, right? Crit damage is increased by 2.3 times. Crit chance is capped 12.5%. We can bypass that cap, don't worry about it. Defense, we're using Adaptation. It's nice and easy to use. And for offense, we're using Eviscerate just to ramp up the crit damage from that Flame Rhapsody buff. The reason we're not using Black Flash is because Black Flash effects apply after you load in. Eviscerate applies before you load in. It applies that 50% extra crit damage shows up here. But for Black Flash, it doesn't. And where is it? Flame Rhapsody only applies to things that happen in this lobby, kind of, if you know what I mean. That's why when our chances capped to 12.5% here, we can still increase it with orders and flames. We can still increase it with orders and flares once we load in, and that's why we have not 12.5%. Now, where was I? So, quick strike. What raid am I gonna do? I'm gonna do the female Titan raid, and because of that, I'm actually gonna use Crescendo instead of Quake Strike, because I'm not killing any other Titans. Yeah. I thought I'd be doing this quick. There's already 13 minutes long. Now, skills, you already saw. Yeah. This thing right here. I was contemplating emergency relocation because of that crit chance. It can bring it above and beyond 100% crit chance, right? But I think losing a whole skill thing isn't worth it, especially because we lose health with this and we lose health with last stand. So I guess don't use emergency relocation. It could be useful if you're running something that doesn't have last stand, like I don't know, a brown thunder spear build, like just any random family. You could use this for the extra crit chance, but yeah, just know it will bring your crit chance up to 100% if you use this. 100% it will. Now, only for 10 seconds though. Yeah, that is the build. Now we are ready to attack the Titans. And next, we check out the max potential. I would do the Colossal Titan raid because, you know, Hange. But I think Hange hates Annie now for killing Sonny and Bean. I'm putting on a simple because I don't want to die. Let's begin. Skipping this cutscene is completely up to you. I'm not going to because it's kind of fun, but you should probably skip it if you care about time and all that jazz. First thing you want to do, pop your flares. I have no skill icons, but I know where they are anyways. Pop your flares, pop everything. What was number 4 slot? Skill. Pop your last stance. Now, since we have adrenaline, you probably would have gone injured there, but we blocked it. Okay, here we go. We can test out the damage. 900k non-crit with what? 2 burn ticks have 40k. So let's say a million non-crit. Our crit percent is, I'm pretty sure 400% or 350. So by that logic, we'll be doing what, like, and he's running like 3 million maybe per crit. Not too bad. 1.4 million in a crit there actually. One thing about this build is that you'll have to reload really frequently. You could swap Font of Inspiration for Munitions Master or Explosive Fortune. It would lower your damage a bit, which is why I'm not doing it for like the video. You know, you want to get as much damage as possible to showcase. This wasn't working. But yeah, you can do that. It is a lot more stable. But yeah, let's try that again. This time we won't have Crescendo working, but it's fine. I think crit again. The closer I am, the more damage I deal. So let me... Oh, I didn't hit a crit again. You know what, without Peerless, you actually won't hit as many crits as I thought. So... Do I use that perk, emergency relocation? Because I'd been thinking about this as if I had Fritz and I had Peerless Commander. You know what? Give me just a moment to revise the build. I'll come back to you. Mad Scientist Hange Zoe. Would Hange Zoe try something radical right now? I think she would. emergency relocation. When was the last time anyone ever used this? Sacrifice health, instant healing, 1 injury, increasing injury chance reduction, and crit chance by 40%. You're up. Let's see what we do now. Of course it crits. 3 million damage. Of course it crits anyways. 3 million damage without Order Rage, without Crescendo active. So with the 10 OX Order Rage gives crit damage too. And then what, Crescendo's flat 20%. Gambler as well. I'd say if the stars aligned, I got everything right, I would be able to do maybe 5 mil. Was that 1.2 million? Okay, let's do the maths on this, right? Okay, let's actually do the maths. Test out the maximum damage you do solo. Let's say 1.2 million is the highest. Let's say 1.2 million is the highest solo, the highest gambler damage you do, right? So we're starting off with a baseline of 1.2 mil, right? I'm missing an O? I don't think so. No, I am. Oh, I'm not. So 1.2 million, this is our baseline with maximum gambler. Now, let's say we have, did I close? That's with black flares, by the way. Was last stand on? It wasn't. No, it was, because I saw the burn damage. No, Scorched Cloak has burn damage. I'm gonna review the footage real quick. Oh, this is so dark. Wait, let me review my footage and make the VAR. Where are we? I'm lost. Let's see what we're looking at here. Order Rage gives crit damage. Last stand is on. Does it stay that way? And then what percent goes? He's yapping. I can't hear him. I don't have headphones on. I'd say if the stars aligned, okay, I got everything right. Last stand effect was gone. Maybe I was far away from supernova. How many meters away? 200. I was 7.5% less damage. Okay, I see potential here. I see potential. I see potential. Okay. So last stand. Okay, let's do some maths. It's for the build. Now, Order Rage, 10% damage, 20% crit damage. Our crit damage is currently... Okay, no, we need to do our base damage first, right? So we had 1.2 million damage. With the flares and all. Oh, that's so much to calculate. I'm not doing all that. Let's... the crit damage, I'll calculate. Raw damage, absolutely not. Because damage here, it's 205. It gives it... Like when I click on damage here, it gives it in a plus. Right, it goes to that. It doesn't go 2%. See, if I click crit damage, show me percent, you know, it's nice and simple. But yeah, last stand gives you 30, no, it's damage reduction, 15% damage. Order Rage gives you 10%, so we're looking at a 25% plus damage increase. It wouldn't be true damage increase, but we do have Font of Inspiration, which multiplies our effects of our Orders and Flares by 1.5 times. 1.5 times, I'm pretty sure that applies to this as well. So we're looking at about 40% damage increase. I'm just gonna say instead of 1.2 million, we would have done 1.5 million. I think that's about fair to say, and I want to have a nice round number for calculations. Now 1.5 million, Order Rage gives us 20% damage increase, not affected by Flame Rhapsody, just a flat add-on. So our crit damage from 1.5 million, we have 328% crit damage. Now we have Font of Inspiration on top of that, so 20%. Sorry, I'm just gonna say that goes to 30%, right? 30% damage on top of this, 358.7% damage for the crit damage. So let's come here. Let's go 1.5. Now 1.5 million. We're adding, make sure that's there, 358.7%. Right? Alright. Supernova, if we had that maxed, it would have given us 7.5% extra damage. I'm just gonna count that in as the 1.5 mil. I think I've highballed it a bit. Anyways, what else could I have increased? I think that's it, to be honest. Oh yeah, burn damage, of course. So, 40 seconds, ignore injuries. Oh, if we use last stand, we'd add Fury Forge buff as well. So 20% of my health at where is it? At Prestige. At 0.4% extra damage per 1% health. 20% or 20 times 0.4 is, what is am I 8%? 8%, yeah, I don't know why it took me so long to calculate that. 8%, right? 8% extra damage. I'm just gonna tally that into 1.5. So I'm lowballing my build essentially. So damage, burn damage. Now we get to the burn damage. 10%. Right, so we have 10% burn damage. Our cloak naturally gives us 5% burn damage. That's 15% burn damage. Multiply that by 1.1 times. That is 16.5% burn damage extra. Now, 1.5 million. Gonna hit the crit on that. Plus 300, not 500, 358.7% is 6.8 million, and plus 16.5% for burn damage. So Zoe max damage 8 million. Now obviously that's max damage solo. Obviously it's not as inconsistent. Our crit chance is about like a bit over 50%, right? If you swap Order Rage for emergency relocation, I'm just gonna make an estimate and say that's gonna be about 7 million. 7 million damage for, with emergency relocation, you have 100% crit chance at that point. So yeah, it's sensational. One thing is there isn't that many spears, so if you want, you can swap double shot for revolving pierce. You will lose a bit of damage, but it's still nice, you know. Now let's get into the max damage version, and let's do a nice one. Max damage build. So to make a few revisions, of course, for maximum damage. Obviously these perks are gonna stay the same. If it's for whatever. Defense, I'm gonna keep adaptation. Support, now I will be swapping to Munitions Master for some extra spears. I will be keeping double shot because it does more damage than revolving pierce, so I can text out the max. Emergency whoa, I don't know what I just said there. Emergency relocation I will not be needing. I'll put on revolving pierce. I guess I won't be needing any support perks anymore, actually, with the sole exception of last stand, of course. I'm gonna use homing missile. That seems pretty fun. Let's begin. Hajime Oka. That's like, should we begin? Hajime Shoka. Hajime. It's out now. I said sa and I said now at the same time. Doing Colossal, you know, in the spirit of Zoe, Hange Zoe. And basically, I'm going to be down here protecting Aaron. I see some buffs now already, sensational. Though I don't see the Titans. Okay, here we go. This homing missile is so fun, like I love this thing. But it's also pretty dangerous. So, 23 kills for a Quake Strike. Not the most, but it works. Now, let's hit this. 3.9 mil. Or 4 mil. 6.6 mil. Alright, let's try Revolving Pierce. 6.1 million. Sensational. Absolutely. Double shot with another 5 million. And my cooldowns just don't exist. Oh wait, I wasn't even running it last times. Most of the time. Oh, order raid wasn't on. Alright, let's reload. We will do... What is that? We will be doing a bit less damage because we reloaded, you know, Quake Strike and all, but we should still be good. Right, let's see. 4 million with a regular spear. I think we're just getting unlucky with Gambler. Because no way am I doing 4 million regular spear and only 6 million on a revolving pierce. It's another pierce. I missed. Okay, double shot. It's because I'm far away as well because supernova. 3 million. Yeah, because I'm in 3 million on regular spear and 4 million. No, 3 million on double shot, 4 million on regular spear. 1.8. Okay, I didn't crit. That was my first non-crit in a while. 6 million. Okay, on revolving. What's up? 5.3. I take virtually no damage, so. You gotta be kidding me. $5.2. Does revolving pierce do more than double shot? I wonder. 6.5. I think it does. Yeah, it's looking like 6.5. It's looking like 7 million to be about the max that we do. And why I can't talk this video. Yeah, 4.9. 6.0. 3.0. 3.2, just not losing any spears. 3.5, yeah, and sensational. He's about to die. I've done what, 40%. Keep in mind, right? However long this takes, just keep in mind, I am solo squatting, so you know there's that. Except for Fling doing a bit of the damage. But yeah, I've done. Oh no, I've solo squatted for phase 2 anyways, not for the full thing. But yeah, just sensational. 7 million, there we go. We broke 7 mil. And I don't know where I'm going. Nonchalantly zoom by. Okay, well. Ooh, this is gonna be tough follow. Around the globe, around the globe. Here you go. Okay, I thought things good. There you go, there you have it. There's your Hange Zoe build. Maximum damage was 7 million. With the burn damage, I can't bother to do the maths. I'm just gonna top it up to a 9 million damage in one hit. Sensational. Absolutely sensational. I need a thumbnail. Hold on. You guys want to get a thumbnail with me? I'm just gonna do the first phase and hit the last stand. Oh my days. Colossal Scars. I don't even have a luck boost on right now. That's crazy. I can't lie. Yeah, it has more HP because there's 4 people, so I'm basically solo spotting. But yeah. There's that. That I think it was good. I feel like there was too much steam damage. That's it. I haven't done any plugs in so long. I'm not gonna break my streak, can't be bothered. Just watch that video there, whatever it is. Adios. Adieu.